Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. Hey guys, what is up? I got another build for you here today. This is Redshift. It is actually based off of a very old build that I had going all the way back to Armored Core 1. Of course, it has evolved quite a bit to stand up on this new platform. This is a primarily missile build, but it does have a blade, as you guys can see. Let's go ahead and dig into it. We are rocking on both arms the P19 MLT-04, the basically the quad missiles. So they just fire out 4 missiles per salvo. Pretty decent reload time as well. Also multi-targeting, which is wonderful for PvE, but I mainly use this for PvP. Originally, when this was first built, it was one of my more devastating ACs, and I still feel like it is still tried and true, even in today's environment. Paired up with these 2 missile sets, we've got the Truenu. That is a stagger punish and stagger build weapon. Great at mid-range combat. So definitely capable in the mid-ranges on that. It can be used as a punish should your Redshift not be available. Say you, I don't know, accidentally use your Redshift to generate stagger. You've got that Truenu there to back you up on it. A very potent weapon, direct hit adjustment 215, and then a 415 times 2, which is 830 attack power. Yeah, that's pretty devastating. Also, fun fact about the Trueno, you do not have to make it lock on. If they're staggered, you just pull the trigger and they do the rest. So, and as I said earlier, we've got the Redshift blade. It's just kind of fitting to put the Redshift blade on the Redshift build. Does that make any sense? So yeah, Redshift has been a part of my, like I said earlier, my repertoire of ACs since Armored Core 1, before Coral was even a thing. But the main battle strategy for this is wear them down with the MLT-04, maybe get the finish the stagger with the Truenu and then Redshift, or you can Redshift and then Truenu, depending on what the scenario is to get them in the stagger in the first place. Moving on to the frame, we are rocking the Varel head. I love this head part. Statistically speaking, it's probably one of my favorite head parts to use if I'm building a heavier AC. I don't like the EN load being so high. I believe it has the highest EN load. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so no, the K-Swar actually has higher, and okay, so it's not as bad as some of the other ones, but it's still pretty high. Third highest, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's very well equipped for that EN load. So we've got really balanced and really good defenses, great AP, good attitude stability, good system recovery, and the scan distance, scan duration, and scan standby time are actually not too awfully bad. So very well built head, but you are going to be paying the price in weight and EN load. Yeah, it's definitely a lot going on there. Moving on to the core, I am running the VP40S, which, as I've said on other builds, is actually one of the most well-balanced cores in the game, in my opinion. It really shines in the kinetic and energy defenses here. Also, it has a good AP. The weight of it is a little chunkier than some of its competitors, but it makes up for that with the generator output adjust being so well done here. And I also love the fact that all 3 of these, the booster efficiency, generator output adjust, and the generator supply adjust, are all over 100. We need more of that from software. We need more of that. Moving on to the arms, I am running the Basho arms because if you really think about it, I don't need recoil control. I don't need a firearm specialization. For the missiles, I don't particularly need the melee specialization, but the melee specialization does add to the power of the Moonlight Blade, which I believe has a direct hit adjustment of 190. So you can hit pretty freaking hard with this thing for a punish with the Moonlight. Anyway, also defenses on this, not too bad considering the fact that they are really lightweight and they have the best EN load of any arm in the game, so that increases efficiency. So I'm willing to forgive this lower energy defense right here. Moving on to the legs, this is the first RJ that I've ever put out on my channel. It is rocking the Mine Betas. I would love to actually put the K-Swars on, but I feel like it makes it a little too, I feel like it makes it just a little too dainty, if that makes any sense. It does increase the speed, which is nice. It does increase the QB speed, which is nice. But I feel like these right here just suffer too much for me to really justify doing that. Plus my stability just plummets 101 or 102 points. That's a lot. It's just not quite worth it to me to drop down. You can, if you guys want to build it, if you guys make it work better than I do, please put the share ID in the comments below and share it with the entire community. I would love to build it and take a look at it for sure. That'd be a lot of fun. But let's move on to the inside parts. I am running the IB C03B NGI 001s, or the Coral Booster, as I like to call them, mainly because when you're in the air, you are insanely vulnerable to attack, and this QB right here has got your back. It will move you right now, and that is what I love about it. Sure, the reload time's not the greatest, but just the amount of movement you can do is awesome. I suppose one could opt to use the Alulas. It does affect your EN supply, but like I said, it's kind of more personal. You don't really got to worry too much about upward thrust, so maybe the Alulas would make sense because you've got the RJs to get you into the air. But personally, I like the big dodge, the right now get out of the way capability of the NGI 01s. So I'm going to keep them. FCS, all right, yes, I can hear you guys grumbling through the internet right now. I am running the P10 SLT. I'm sorry if that makes you salty, SLT, get it? Anyway, but it's for the missile lock correction. I need my missiles to hit so I can build that stagger. So they need as much help as they can get, so that's why I did that. Sure, when I'm using the blade, the close range comes into play, and it's only 31, but I get 2 tries with the Crescent, so that's kind of how I forgive myself. Could one probably use the Talbot? Sure. I don't see why not. I don't see why they couldn't even use the Walter. I mean, there's plenty of supply efficiency here for you guys to really play around and get it how you want it. But this is a solid baseline in my opinion, and I really like to focus on those missiles and keep them harassing my opponent. VP20C, yeah, I use this generator a lot, and I used this way back before it was even patched, just because I really liked its lightness, and I also liked its capabilities up here. It was a decent generator then, it's an even better generator now, so yeah, it's an awesome little generator. And I am running pulse armor in this. Originally, when it was designed, I had assault armor just to kind of keep people away from me. But I decided to opt for pulse armor because I found that if I pushed towards my enemy and added that pressure, it increased my chances of winning. Because I used to play it as more of a fallback kind of AC, where I'd just hurl missiles at you until you got in my zone. I'd switch to the blade and I'd just hurl crescent beams at you, but now I actually pursue my enemy a little bit more. But yeah, this thing's capable of doing both, but I have noticed that when I pursue and I apply pressure to my enemy, I have a higher chance of winning. So that's why I swapped to pulse armor rather than assault armor. Alrighty, that is the build and battle strategy. Let me go ahead and show you guys what this thing is capable of. Come here, Freud.
Main system activating combat mode.
Yeehaw. Look at that jump ability, just absolutely devastating. Oh, I broke lock accidentally. That's not how you're supposed to do this. Oop, I think that got him. Yeah, oh, NGI's did me a big favor there. So far, pretty close match with me and Freud here. There it is. There it is. Saw an opening and I took it. Woo! Fun fact with the True Anu, if you fire it just before a lock, it will actually make a lock, and it'll sometimes negate that little beep beep that you hear as a warning. Oh, devastating. Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for him to be staggered. It's over anyway. All right, guys, that was Redshift. If you like him, here's the share information. It's going to be JZJTMSRTNPLP. He is all yours. I had an absolute blast using this big giant robot to blow stuff up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.